There's no option. You're doing it.
No, that's not what I did. I said, do you want to go to Epcot? You don't have to.
Which means I have to. That means exactly I have to.
No.
If you're coming in here announcing what's going on and giving me the option is to do what you want me to do.
And then you said, who's going? And I said, Maria and Kyle. And you said, oh, Kyle's going? I'll go. That's exactly what happened. You would not have joined me if it hadn't been for Kyle.
Okay. Anyway. What was a controversy that emerged over?
Well, others theorize that the wool of black sheep
3 hours later.
I thought this was going to be a short show.
That's what you get for thinking.
Yeah.
It's 21 pages, Chris. Buckle up, buddy.
It's not as big as
We're
it looks.
21 minutes in.
And not even through page 1.
We're not even halfway through page 1.
What did other people theorize about the wool?
Well, other people theorize that the wool of black sheep may have been prized as it could be made into dark clothes without dyeing them. Anybody want to talk? Because I finished the sentence. Okay. A controversy emerged over changing the language of Baba Black Sheep in Britain in 1986 because it was seen as racist. Suggestions of rewriting of the rhyme have been Baba Pink Sheep, Baba Happy Sheep, Baba Hopping Sheep, Baba Sad Sheep, and Baba Rainbow Sheep.
I love rainbow sheep. That's how they get tie-dye.
Oh, that's good to know. Is that like Juneau isn't the capital of Alaska?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
Do you know?
I don't. Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool?
Is this the original?
Yes.
Okay.
I figured everybody knew the original.
Oh, you didn't know?
Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master, 1 for the dame, and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. So here is our Google translated version, not the original. Black Baba Sheep, do you have wool? Yes, it is. 3 complete bags. To the teacher, for women, for toddlers, when he lives on the street.
I'm glad they're for toddlers.
Toddler lives on the street. But not if he lives at home.
No, as long as the toddler lives on the street, he can have all the wool he wants.
In Orlando, the streets are full of toddlers. It's so annoying.
It's true.
Unsupervised toddlers, too.
I know I left mine out on the street just so we could get the wool.
Do you know how to turn wool into thread?
Do you know?
I don't. I'm so over this today. Okay, so now here is the podcast 42 version for 2019. Baba Rainbow Sheep, what are your pronouns? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I don't have a gender. Yeah. Also, please don't share me. PETA will get mad. Just let me roam free. I'll get my own haircut at Fantastic Sam's.
That's very empowering. That's sheep empowerment.
Are we sponsored by Fantastic Sam's this week?
We are now. They had.
That's where Chris gets his haircut.
They had. No, I don't.
You used to.
No, I didn't.
You did like once.
Maybe once. I get my haircut at MVP. And you know why?
Because he loves sports.
No, because they keep your haircut on file so you don't have to tell them every time.
Do you know every hair place will do that?
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
The MVP is the only place that's ever asked me what my preferences are and made notes of them so that I feel like an MVP every time I go. And this has been sponsored by not Fantastic Sam's anymore, but MVP Haircuts.
Where you are the MVP.
In Kissimmee. They won't change the channel, so I'm forced to watch sports but on the TV. But other than that.
He watches the sports ball.
All right. Next nursery rhyme is cock-a-doodle-doo. Here are some notes. The first 2 lines were used in a murder pamphlet in England in 1606, but seems to suggest that children sang these lines are very similar ones to mock the rooster's crow. And just so you know, a murder pamphlet has been around since the mid-1400s. Nobody's reacting to the words murder pamphlet. I thought that was...
No, I see mutter.
Mutter.
No, it's murder pamphlet.
Oh.
See, I'm able to read past the misspellings.
That's because you wrote it.
This was a pamphlet
He's a
that
mutter.
printed tales of shocking murders or true crime.
It's me, Mutter.
Mutter pamphlets were hawked on street corners, taverns, coffee houses, newsstands, and bookshops. The pamphlet would claim to be true account of a murder consisting of a narrative, trial transcript, and or written confessions of the murderer before his or her execution. And I thought that was really interesting because true crime is so big now, but apparently true crime has been big forever.
Well, I would
I
think
was
so.
gonna say it's like a Netflix special over there with pamphlet.
That's
on
actually when the first season of Law and Order came out.
Dum dum.
Was 1600s?
Yeah.
With the murder
the
pamphlets.
dum dum.
Well, if you notice, Netflix is either baking shows or murder shows, and there's nothing in between.
Why can't we have both? Why can't we have a show where if somebody doesn't bake it correctly, they
Yeah,
get
how to
murdered?
It's
bake a
called
murderer.
Sweeney Todd.
murder? Like I think we should just combine both of them. Sweeney Todd had the
Sweeney
right
Todd.
idea. But then that was also a hairdresser show. So then you're going into a whole different.
Yeah.
There's a barber
At MVP.
at MVB. Dun dun dun.
Oh, you don't know? What? All right, here's the original. Cock-a-doodle-doo, what is my dame to do? Till master's found his fiddling stick.
Hold on, I'm going to stop you. I don't think kids said these lines.
Well, obviously they did.
No.
While playing with their fiddling stick.
She'll dance without her shoe. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has found her shoe. That was quick.
Thank goodness.
And master's found his fiddling stick. Sing cock-a-doodly-doo.
There's no doodly. There, Ned Flanders.
All I
Nope.
know is
Try it again.
I
Oakley
found
dokley.
I found my fiddling stick when I was 10.
It took you
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
that long?
Eh,
He
I was
forgot
a-
to look down.
I was a slow learner.
Still is.
Cock-a-doodly-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodly-doo. Okay, I'm Ned Flanders. I don't care. My dame will dance with you while master fiddles his fiddling stick and knows not what to do. Now the Google translated version. Roosters, doodles, do they perform? What to do? Until the master found his violin, he will have to walk on foot to dance. Rooster, doodles, do they perform? I thought this lady's shoe, a master of his violin, sing cock up a tall man. Rooster, doodles, do they perform? I'm with you, my mistress. I'm a dance and a play, while playing club champions, because they do not know what they are doing. That's art right there.
I think it sounds like the safety dance by Men Without Hats.
All I know is I'm going to randomly walk down the streets now screaming, Rooster, doodles, do they perform?
What to do?
And now the Podcast 42 version for 2019 is actually the same as the original, just snicker every time you say cock, like I did, or fiddlestick, like I did.
And then put diddly do.
Diddly do.
Make up your own words.
I'm going to go home and play with my fiddly stick. Oh, good.
Eeper weeper.
Yeah, Eeper Weeper or Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater.
Eepa.
Can we do the Andrew Dice Clay versions after this?
Sure.
Oh, good.
Eeper Weeper sounds like a Star Wars character.
It is. They were in the cantina.
From Batu.
Yeah. It's a new one. Shouldn't have watched that special before we came in here. All right.
I just wanted to see the new ride and we didn't even get there.
Yeah, we did. They showed like 3 seconds of it.
No.
Yeah, they showed the new ride, which they teased throughout the show of just tiny little segments, and then they stuck it all together at the end of the show. They showed it.
I didn't think we were at the end. It hadn't been 2 hours.
It was almost 2 hours, but they already showed the ride. There was nothing you didn't see in the rest of the episode already.
All right. Let's do some notes on Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater. The
Or
original.
Eeper Weeper.
That's right. Eeper Weeper. Eeper Weeper. The original Peter Pumpkin Eater version from at least the first decade of the 20th century. It was a skipping song. That's right.
So you skipped it? Like you didn't want to listen to that one on
Yeah,
your
if it's on your iPod.
on your playlist? You
If
just
it's on your
skipped?
iPod, you hit next.
Next. Skip.
I said iPod.
You
I
did
said
say
iPod.
iPod.
And it was a good way to teach children how to hide bodies.
Yeah. All right. Goes
What?
back to the murder pamphlets.
Comes in handy.
All right. Ooh, there was an 1868 Scottish version.
You better read it like a Scotsman.
Oh, sure, that's quality.
You're going to have to because it's hard to read.
Oh, Peter, my neighbor, had a wife, and he could not keep her. He pat her either way and let the I can't even read that.
I think it
He
means
pat her either way.
he put her in the wall, I think is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
He put her in the wall, and then the mice ate her.
And let her the mice eat her.
Well, let's read the English version. Eeper weeper, chimney sweeper, had a wife but couldn't keep her. Had another, didn't love her. Up the chimney he did shove her.
Wow. Oh.
Wow. Okay. All right. Now the modern version. Peter, Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife and couldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well.
The only one that doesn't imply that she got killed by either being shoved in a wall and eaten by mice or shoved up a chimney. That's why it's the modern version.
Yeah. All right. And now the just as creepy Google translated version. Peter, Peter, pumpkin eater. She was a woman, and they couldn't follow. Pumpkin put on his skin, and it remains very low.
That adds new meaning to think that Peter was actually a pumpkin.
Well, yeah, he was, wasn't he?
No, he just ate pumpkins.
It's like bingo. Was it the dog or was it the farmer?
Listen, you cannot say those things when you roll your eyes at me.
All right. Now the Podcast 42 version. Laura's favorite show. TV's Snapped.
No, because it was the husband killing the wife. It's not the same.
Doesn't matter. Still a bunch of death and mice eating bodies out of walls. It's the same thing.
You're still trying to figure out this one, aren't you?
A little bit.
Sabrina's never
I
heard this one.
Yeah.
I feel like most people have. So
I've heard. Well, no, the version you played for us. I haven't heard those words, but I've heard this melody.
the melody.
The melody.
Yeah, I know it to not. I know the melody, but not the.
And like the like I know that like this.
I did not pick the version. I asked Alexa to play a version. Alexa picked that version. That's not the version I would have played.
This rhyme takes up 3 pages.
So the script is actually
Seriously,
only 19
there's more
pages.
lyrics to this than there are in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, but it's quick because it's the same thing, just repeated over and over again.
So it's like a Ramones song, but the length of a Metallica song.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much. And you just you can say it fast. You do the song
Challenge
fast.
accepted.
But what is this? Because nobody knows.
It is Frog Went a Courtin'. Frog Went a Courtin'. That's what it is. So the original version was supposed to refer to Francois, Duke of Anjou's wooing of Elizabeth I of England. However, this was in 1579, and the original Scottish version was already published in 1548.
How many people died in that one?
32. According to Albert Jack in his book Pop Goes the Weasel, the secret meanings of nursery rhymes in 2008, in 1547 the Scottish Queen consort Mary of Guise, under attack from Henry VIII, sought to marry her daughter Mary Queen of Scots, Miss Mouse, to the 3-year-old French Prince Louis the Frog.
So
Awkward.
Mary wanted to marry her daughter Mary.
Yeah,
That's how I understood it.
Mary.
But Mary was Mary of Guise, and the other one was Mary Queen of Scots.
But she still wanted to marry
Her daughter.
Mary.
Mary wanted to marry Mary.
Well,
No,
To keep
she
her
sought
away
to
from-
marry her daughter off.
Yeah. To
Didn't
keep
wanna
her away
marry her
from
daughter
Henry
herself.
VIII. Henry VIII, I am.
Well, he got married to the
she
widow
wanted to
next
go
door.
with Man in the Iron Mask, Louis.
But
The
apparently
frog.
Louis was only 3 years old. That's really what you should be getting out of that. Not
Yeah, no.
No.
not anything
I totally
else.
missed that part.
Also, the second verse is same as the first.
Yeah, it is.
A little bit louder.
Right. A little bit worse. The song has been recorded by Elvis, as well as been featured in many TV shows and movies, including Full House, Reality Bites, Muppet Show, Futurama, and King of the Hill. And yet I still don't know it. So
I don't know. How.
All right, so the original is Frog went a courtin', and he did ride, Frog went a courtin', and he did ride, Frog went a courtin', and he did ride with his sword and a pistol by his side, He rode right up to Miss Mousie's door. He rode right up to Miss Mousie's door. He rode right up to Miss Mousie's door. Gave 3 loud raps and a very big roar. He said,
Frogs don't roar.
this one does. He also carries a pistol and a sword.
Clearly, I have no
Clearly.
issue with the frog having a sword and a pistol.
And he's riding.
Listen, I don't have a problem